Hey yo, what is up FPG fam? Further here and welcome back to another Aether Gazer video. So we just got Thoth, right? And we have the custom scans, the S rank selectors and all that good stuff. But what is coming in the future? That's something that I'm interested in as well. And I know some of you are also. With me being away from the game for essentially 6 months, I kind of missed out on a few things. Now I still kept up with the game in terms of the characters and who's coming out. I just didn't really keep up with like the order on which they were coming out and who's going to be coming next after Thoth and things of that nature. So I did a little research on my own. I compiled this little video here that I thought we can react to together. A massive shout out to Zaki Senpai, by the way, for the compilation of this video. I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description below. That is the homie. Go ahead and check him out. Fantastic content creator, especially for Aether Gazer. But anyways, this is going to be taking a look at the future characters that are going to be coming next. Now, hopefully I didn't miss anybody. If I did, let me know in the comments down below. But the first one that we have here that should be coming after Thoth is the S rank Verton. Now, this is a modifier. I remember back in the day before I left, S rank Verton was a modifier that we were all waiting for alongside S rank Bazembo, and we're still waiting for Odin to this day. But Verton was the one that we were waiting for to get her S rank, and then when she officially did, it was a very exciting time. So this is the S rank Verton, should be coming after Thoth if I'm not mistaken. Once again, let me know in the comments down below. I believe she's going to be free through an event. Now, how easy she is to obtain free, I don't know. You guys can let me know. But hopefully it won't be too much of a grind. It might be because it's S rank Verton, right? I mean, they're probably going to make you grind for it if you are not looking to summon for her. But I am definitely looking to pull for her as well and, you know, possibly get a double S rank Verton. That would be really cool. And here's the ultimate skill chain with Hera, which looks fantastic. I thought this modifier looked great, and that's something that I'm probably going to allude to in this video, is the progression of these modifiers on how they look, but not only how they look, their gameplay design. Now this one I believe is a fan favorite within the community, and that is Seline. And Seline, I'll admit, at first I wasn't too excited about her because I thought she had a pretty generic look to her in terms of character design. I thought she looked great, don't get me wrong. Character design was nice, but I thought it was just a little generic, right? But then I saw her gameplay, which we're seeing right now, and that totally changed my mind because her gameplay is off the charts. If you know me and you've been on the channel for any amount of time, you guys know I like fast and flashy. Does she personify that or what? I mean, she is all over the place teleporting. She's doing some taekwondo kicks, which is amazing, because at first I thought she was only going to be using that staff and was going to be slow in terms of her gameplay, and then I saw the gameplay and no, she's the opposite. She's extremely quick. She has a gun as well. I didn't know that. She's teleporting, and then she looks amazing, right? And then she has this skin that we're going to see in a second with the ultimate skill chain with Hades is incredible. That gun is incredible. She looks amazing. But then she has a summer skin. I thought I put it in here. I guess I didn't. She has a summer skin that looks 10 out of 10 off the charts. Now moving on to the next character, we're kind of rattling through these pretty quickly. Moving on to the next character is going to be Artemis. Now keep in mind, I don't know if it's going to be this way, you know, in terms of the order on global as it was on CN. It may be different, right? They might put Artemis next after Thoth instead of S rank Verton, which I don't think they will. I'm just using it as an example. They can always switch the order up because they have done that in the past on global a couple of times. I think they just did that recently with S rank Oneroy. So just keep in mind, these characters and modifiers can come at all different times. It does have that ultimate skill chain with Athena, which is really nice as well. Once again, fast and flashy all over the place. I love the dashes. Looks incredible. In terms of her character design, it's pretty good. Not you know, top tier for me. Not necessarily my style per se, but she still looks good. Her gameplay looks amazing, and that's one thing. Once again, I talked about this earlier, but the gameplay progression in terms of, so here, this is what I'm going to talk about. Let me get my thoughts together. This is what I'm going to talk about. A prime example is Brahma right here, who's going to be the next character coming down the road after Artemis, recently released on CN. Brahma, so what we're going to see here is that certain attacks and skills that Brahma uses, you see different camera angles that happen, and that's the progression that I'm talking about when it comes to the gameplay for Aether Gazer. And I noticed not a whole lot of games do this in terms of the attention to detail and wanting to always do better with each new modifier when it comes to, camera angles and expressions and uniqueness of those modifiers. And that's one thing that always draws me back to Aether Gazer and why I love this game so much, is that their attention to detail, like that right there, for example, the camera angle, how it shifts from like a top down and it zooms in, it like that little bit to me makes a huge difference, because they didn't have to do that, but they decided to do that anyways, and it makes the character very unique. Like when she kicks the ball right there, the camera angles and how it switches, I mean, it's just amazing in my opinion. And once again, these are little touches that we're getting with new characters that release, and that is the developers trying to progress the attention to detail for the characters themselves and make each character feel unique and worth pulling for. And I really do like that. It's not always about like the strength and the power and, you know, how good they are, but sometimes it's just like how cool the character is and how they operate and how they move and how their gameplay is, but also, you know, the little differences between like camera angles, and it just makes the game fresh and fun, and not every character is the same and you're doing the same thing all the time. You can take out a character like Brahma and get all these unique features with that modifier. So that's what I really like. And then the next one we have here is Perardi, and she's the most recent one that released on CN. Gonna be a great pairing with Brahma as well. But the character design on this one, as well as with Brahma, like Brahma's character design was a 10 out of 10 for me, especially switching to that, you know, adult form, I guess you can say, more, I don't even know what you call it. I guess adult form is the best way I can put it. Some people call it thick mode, whatever you want to call it. I know that's what Zaki calls it, but, you know, switching to that form, 10 out of 10 character design for Brahma. But for Perardi as well, just her design is incredible what they did here, and her gameplay looks incredibly fun with the dual guns or the dual pistols. So it's just a lot of good things to look forward to here, coming up very, very soon for Aether Gazer on global. And I'm hoping we get these sooner rather than later. I know the thought patch is kind of long. Look at this design. And this is another thing, like the screen, the home screens and the transitions and all this stuff. It's amazing, right? It's a lot of love and attention that's going into this game that I think, you know, some people overlook or don't pay attention to, because a lot of times it's just about the meta. Let me go ahead and replay it. I have a little more yapping to do. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and yap a little bit more about Aether Gazer, but it's a lot of people focus on the meta and the character's power and all that good stuff, but sometimes they fail to realize the love and attention that goes into the modifiers gameplay. Their summoning animation, that's another thing that I wanted to touch on. Summoning animations with these modifiers in Aether Gazer are in like some of the best that I've seen in any game, and I guess this is kind of going into why I love Aether Gazer so much. It's like this. It's probably a separate video I should do, but like summoning animation, not a lot of people talk about in Aether Gazer. I think it's one of the best summoning animations that this game has, versus a lot of gacha games that you see in the space. And I think, once again, that's just a little thing that they provide us that people take for granted. And then another thing was the home screen that you're able to get for these modifiers, and the transitions between the home screens and the different dialogues and the different interactions that you can get. It just all culminates to a fantastic experience within this game. And I feel like it sounds like I'm trying to sell you guys on this game when I really shouldn't have to, and I'm not trying to. It's just honest truth and me being transparent about the game. Like, look at the summoning animation really quickly. Like, how many gacha games have amazing summoning animations like this? And they do it for each modifier, right? It just, I don't know. It's the little things for me personally, because when you play a gacha game for so long and you played so many different gacha games, they all kind of start to be the same in terms of their grind, progressions, dailies, weeklies, events. Those all seem to be relatively the same and tend to be like carbon copy paste of each and every one of them. You can go into any gacha game and you can pretty much get by with not knowing anything about the game, because they all run similarly in terms of like their resource grinds and how to do things and events. So for me, because I've been playing these games for so long, it's the little things that differentiate the games from each other, and Aether Gazer One, having the modifiers all on the field is different than other gacha games, but then also the summoning animations, the ultimate skill chains. That's why I always have my ultimate skill chains on at all times. I never turn them off. And the reason being is because the ultimate skill chain is what makes this game different from other games and what makes it unique. And so I like to have that in my game because it makes it feel special, right? And then the home screen with the different interactions and the transitions and just all the love that goes into that is just something that I do truly appreciate from these developers. So anyways, that was a long rant that I went on about what makes this game so great, but this initial video was supposed to be all about the upcoming characters and who you should be expecting and looking forward to. So we have, just to TLDR, we have S-Rank Verton, we have Seline, we have Artemis that you're seeing right now, we have Brahma, and we have Perardi. That is supposed to release on global. In what order, I'm not entirely too sure, but let me know in the comments down below who you're most excited for and who you're going to be pulling for. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I hope you liked this video, a different video, and I kind of yapped a lot. I don't know. It felt good though. Anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name's Cody. You call me further. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.